We are so much trained. Parents, train the children. I've seen this. Say thank you, say thank you. So, when somebody opens a door for you, we say thank you. When somebody distributes food, people appreciate and glorify. Somebody gives medicine and does philanthropy. When somebody gives medicine and takes care of somebody, people become grateful. But we have to, so many times we discussed and everyone knows, the person who takes you back to the father, that the example we always give, and a boy is lost and somebody is giving medicine, somebody is giving food, somebody is giving clothing, but you send the boy back to his billionaire father. Who did always we say this, who did the real charity? Naturally the person who has taken the boy to the father. So who is a billionaire? If that is true, we are all the lost sons of Krishna, who is a multi-trillionaire. And actually that multi-trillionaire is also not right word, because there are unlimited living entities and Krishna has unlimited money. So the person who shows us the way, hey, you're not the body, and more than anything, you're stuck in the cycle of birth and death. Many Indians, they are so much used to worshipping demigods. Give me this, give me that, give me this, give me that. Most of us think if we lead our life comfortably, whether we lead our life comfortably or not, when relatives think our life is comfortable, we think we are successful. How many agree? America, so when you go to India, you give an impression you are really like a relative of Indra or Chandra. Back home there are so many problems. When you come back, I'm going to agree. Suddenly, your co-worker, a worker, or somebody works under you. When he comes, all the problems you forget and you raise the collar. Hey, I'm going to bless you. And as though, we are eternally blissful and we have everything to give you to make you happy. Just go and tell somebody, I'm a little sick. Even though they are very sick, they give you all the reasons how you can become alright. Just go tell somebody, I'm very sick. They'll give you this medicine, this medicine, this medicine. You do this, you'll be alright. And what about you? You're also sick. Don't worry. So I think that is the conditioning of this world. So, to go back to Godhead is not an easy thing. Tulasi Maharani, according to Brahma Vaivartan Puran, did tapasya for 100,000 years. How many?
100,000 years.
100,000 years. Even if you drop 3 zeros, we cannot live in 100 years non-stop. Valmiki chanted Mara 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 for 60,000 years. Somewhere I checked it. Today Vishwamitra Muni did tapasya for 10,000 years. And trust me, when they were doing tapasya, they were not eating Ekadasi pizza, Ekadasi pasta. We went to Yatra, this, Mayapur Yatra, and it was Ekadasi. The devotees were bewildered, and the Mayapur Sarod team brought pizza, Ekadasi pizza. I told him, Prabhu, I heard only, I never saw that. And everyone had Ekadasi pizza, and many are fasting. They were in dilemma whether they should fast. And this is Ekadasi pizza served in the dham. How can we dismiss Mayapur Sarod team? Some people were really tempted actually. So we are such a conditioned soul, we are conditioned souls, how can we chant non-stop 60,000 years? 6 days we cannot do. Definitely we can do 6 seconds in 6 minutes. 6 hours I doubt. So, but Malakara Swayam Krishna Prema Tanu Swayam Data Bhakta Tatfalanam Yastam Chaitanyamastraye. I take shelter of Sri Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who himself is the tree of transcendental love of Krishna, its gardener, and also the bestower and the enjoyer of its fruits. Lord Chaitanya came with the singular objective of give that Krishna Prema to everyone. And when you relish that Krishna Prema, he would stand and smile at you. Today, I was talking to one of the temple presidents of Chabad Temple, and he said, I heard a story when Brahmachari in Russia was very sick on the verge of leaving the world. So devotees came together chanting. Suddenly, doctor said, done, because there is no pulse and there is no heartbeat. Everything is straight line, he is also straight. Then that's it, expected. They were actually getting ready to perform the final rites. And interestingly, maybe few minutes later, this Brahmachari opened his eyes. What Prabhupada wrote everything. What Prabhupada wrote in the books, everything is right only. Means he went there, he saw the playground, so many boys are playing. By Srila Prabhupada mercy, he was taken there. And he saw everything. Probably he must have had a desire. So this phase of fear, everyone goes through. How could they? How can they contribute? He might have prayed to Krishna and Prabhupada. So this is whatever Prabhupada wrote and said is perfect. You know? He closed his eyes and he left the world. So, what is that? It's a very serious, dangerous phase. Everyone remembers, or even many people try not to remember that, thinking it is very inauspicious. But it happens to them. So, only thing is we should all have faith. In fact, without having faith, we don't know what to do. There is no choice. How many agree? One day, I meditated on this. Krishna is a transcendental autocrat. Saraswati Thakur wrote. Honestly speaking, when you are in 20s and 30s, nobody meditates on this. When you go beyond 40s, a person who doesn't meditate is very unfortunate. Recently I asked somebody, Prabhu, you are the only one I know missing the verse. Please take it up seriously. And it came out naturally from my mouth. If you are going to become a crocodile next lifetime, will you do what you are doing today? He said, no, I will not. Prabhu, my request to you, please chant 16 months and get initiated. I am not going to get anything out of it. Anyway, if you all agree, I'll leave a 2-line purport of what transcendental autocrat means. This whole thing is perfectly set. If you want to go against the nature, try 2 days, don't sleep. See what happens. Much easier than that. Don't breathe for 5 minutes. See what happens. Can you do that? You have to keep on breathing and keep on ending your life. You know, every breath you are ending your life. You cannot stop anything in your body, including the graying of hair. So many things. This body, this car is given only to us, but many things are not in our control. A person in the madness thinks he or she thinks on his body and pursues the external pursues the external goals, external consciousness, doesn't even kickstart internal travel. And Maharaj Muchkunda prays, and Muchkunda prayers to Krishna. This line is there. That person, my Lord, the way mouse, that the way snake licks its fangs, hungry snake before mouse, you will confront that person in the form of death. You are apramatta. You are apramatta. Pramatta and apramatta. So you are always very active. But same Krishna comes. This Lord Chaitanya. Prabhu kahi ami Vishwambara namadhari Nama sarda kahai vadi Prema Vishwabhari. Lord Chaitanya thought, my name is Vishwambara, one who maintains the entire universe. Its meaning will be actualized if I can fill the whole world with the love of Godhead. So Lord Chaitanya came for this purpose. I am called Vishwambara. I'll fill this world with love of God. Not just for humans alone, trees, every living entity. For that, with that singular object, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came. Anjali Bhari Vele Chaturdise Daridra Kudana Kaya Malakar Hase. So I'll come to this world filling everyone's hearts with love. This tree is the seed, is the trunk, is the branch, and is the fruit. He is the maintainer of this tree, is a gardener. And when the fruit comes, he distributes all the fruits to everyone. And when a poor, hungry living entity takes that fruit and eats, somebody are very hungry for a few days, somebody comes and gives you very delicious food, what happens? Your eyes will be filled with tears of gratitude and you smile at them. And when you smile at them, Lord Chaitanya looks at you and he smiles. Malakar Hase. Like a father, when the child eats nice foodstuffs, the father is so happy. Especially if father has diabetes, and he feeds the child. How many of you have seen that? And he feeds the child, and if our child is eating nicely, father becomes so happy, as though he is eating. So likewise, Daridra Kodana Kaya Malakar Hase. So in that way, that Supreme Father takes immense pleasure when we relish the fruits of bhakti. He is so happy that we are on our way to Krishna. And on the way itself is very joyous in this place of suffering. Minute to minute. Adhyatmik, Adhidaivik, Adhibhautik miseries, we cannot avoid it. You cannot avoid about Toli's this and that. Where is that happiness in this world? Is there anybody whom I have not come across actually? 3 months you are continuously happy. If you are continuously happy for 3 months, you start making theories out of it. If you do this, you'll be happy. If you do this, you'll be happy. So, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu he has come to actually one time our rescue book was a very nice class, excellent class. He with all the technicality explained to us how so many personalities are not allowed. Exactly 1 year back, when after he gave the lecture, I went and checked my presentation the year before. So, but little difference is what I did. I copied somebody's lecture. So Brahma, to get into Braj, he became the 4 mountains of Varsana. Lord Shiva, to get into Vraj, he became that Nandagaon. So the mountain Nandagaon is actually Lord Shiva, Mahadev, Nandeshwar Mahadev. So everyone looking for there, but they want to go and relish more. When I said this to Rasika Prabhu, he made a nice statement. Prabhu, Santaras is not considered by Gaudiya Vaishnavas as a real ras. I said, wow, you defeated me. I said. So real thing, it starts from Shantaras. So anyway, they are all trying to get into that Vraj mood. Lord Chaitanya gave it to Jagai and Madai, Hare Krishna. And his trip to South India, and later, anywhere he went, whether Vrindavan first time or second time, his mere glance, with his mere glance, he distributed the love of God. But then, whom he could not reach on the fervent request of Vasudeva Datta, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took everyone back to Godhead, following the footsteps of Ram and Krishna. So, but for the people who who came later, the unfortunate conditions was like us, he left a process. Shraddha to Prema. I'm inspired to take the names, but I don't want to. You see, it's famous personalities. Many of you know their names. There is no fixed process. Like our Lord Chaitanya instructed Rupa Goswami for 10 days. And in Varanasi, actually Dashashwamedha card, Lord Chaitanya instructed Sanatana Goswami for 2 months. And then Prayag instructed Rupa Goswami for 10 days. The second one in Varanasi for 2 months. So then they wrote Bhakti Shastras. Shraddha to Prema. I have a question for all of us. We have been to other temples. Just go put just this one or this one or this one. It is nothing. Just an insurance, that's it. But once we came here, anybody attends Hare Krishna program for 1 month, he or she learn one thing. Hey, you're not a body Prabhu. You're not his body Prabhu. How many of you agree? First thing it will come into your key. It is infused in your blood. We all learn Hare Krishna jargon. Yes or no? Yeah. So you'll be invariably addicted to halwa. And even if you have not eaten so much of fats for 30 years, you'll consume all these fats in 1 year only. And this Yadinath Prabhu made a nice statement. In Beatles, you know only George Harrison name, you're a Hare Krishna devotee. And I don't think you got it. No? You know the name Beatles, but you know only one person's name, George Harrison. You're a Hare Krishna devotee. And your shoes, edge portions are bent. Because you don't want to slip further, then you have to wash your hands. Your shoes are bent at the end. Living in the remote corners of Africa, one sweet name that is halwa, and you gulp tons and tons of halwa, you're a Hare Krishna devotee. So you are trained with the jargon, Prabhu and Mataji. Before each sentence ends, you're a Hare Krishna devotee. And you love to dance even though your feet pain. You're a Hare Krishna devotee. Really came out like this. And we're coming back. How many of us know there is Shraddha to Prema? Nobody. Actually, long before coming to Hare Krishna's, I happened to read a story from Upanishads. One sadhaka hears a voice. The sadhaka asks, I've been doing tapasya, when will I get liberation? The number of leaves on the tree under which you are sitting, it will take that many lifetimes before you attain the liberation. Oh really, thank you very much. I said, wow, all glories to your patience, Prabhu. Srila Prabhupada said, when Tulsi Maharani did tapasya for 100,000 years, and Valmiki chanted for 60,000 years tapasya, we are not even doing 50, 60, 70, 80 years of tapasya, that too only 1-2 hours a day. But because of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy, as that brahmachari who left the body in Russia said, this is all true, this is all right. We are all given an opportunity to go back to Godhead. The credit goes to Srila Prabhupada as a Sanapati Bhakta who has received this order from Lord Chaitanya and spread this message all over the world. And as a disciples, they have been doing the formidable task of bringing conditioned souls to the Lord's state of Lordship. Should be grateful. So, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, what he did is Shraddha to Prema later, Sikshastakam. But first verse he says, all the gifts, 8 gifts, the Sarinam offers. Lord Chaitanya gave, Gaudiya Maharaj says, Prem through Nama. That's why you want to take an initiation in Hare Krishna, you say, I've been working 8 hours doing service in the temple past 5 years, nobody will give initiation. Yes, sir. You say, I read Bhagavatam 55 times, nobody will give initiation. You say, I've chanted 16 notes for 6 years, they will give initiation. Yes, sir. It is because Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, though Nabhita Bhakti is there, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu bestowed Prem through Nam, Harinam. And as the Yugal Avatar, he inaugurated Sankirtan movement. And he made the process very easy. You chant, you will go back to Godhead. You have the plants in your home, they will go back to Godhead. The family members in your home, they will go back to Godhead. Amazing. You have to agree. Most compassionate, Paramakaruna. Paramakaruna Pahamdvijana, Nai Gaurachana. Sabadara Sarasirumani, Kevala Ananda Kanda. The process made easy. Ananda Kanda. Why? One day Srila Prabhupada, there was a Gita Sammelan. There, different speakers on Bhagavad Gita were invited from different parts of India. And they were speaking very heavily. You should do tapasya, speaking 6th chapter Bhagavad Gita. Finally, Prabhupada turn came. What Prabhupada did, he told his female disciples, distribute sugar powder coated puris you distribute. And they distribute everyone this powdered sugar coated puris. They distribute. Then Prabhupada spoke 5-10 minutes and Prabhupada said no kirtan. And these Western disciples started jumping and dancing. And Indians literally became crazy. They started dancing up and down. When everyone, after 3 days of this festival, everyone left home. So then somebody asked, whose program you like most? That person who distributed puris and there he made us dance, that program is the best. Conditioned souls. So, second verse, first verse, the gifts of the Harinam, second verse is the inner, though Krishna is non-different from his holy name and all the potencies are invested in that holy name, Durdaivam. Then Lord Chaitanya gave the, gave the solution. It's difficult though. I realized it's very difficult for me, but you cannot escape. The perfect, it's a panacea to all the problems of Kali Yuga. You become humble there, become humble, and don't expect respect. To the extent we are humble, that much extent we don't expect respect. Wow. Then, Lord Chaitanya exhibited this with the starting when he was hardly less than 15-year-old, maybe 11, 12. He did this Keshav Kashmiri. Keshav Kashmiri actually belittled Lord Chaitanya publicly. Now, what do you know? You are a grammar teacher. What do you know? You are a grammar teacher. How can you find fault with my 100 slokas? Lord Chaitanya asked him, you glorified. You know, I heard you are a scholar, you are a jam. So you speak. I mean, you glorify Ganga. You know, with your scholarly ability. With the wind speed, he composed 100 verses. Lord Chaitanya said, now you tell me what are the flaws in those verses. He picked up one verse, Gangayam, Bhavani, what that verse. So, he said, there is no problem, there is no fault. What do you know? You are a grammar teacher. Lord Chaitanya didn't say anything. But Lord Chaitanya did not want to humiliate him in public. If he does so, he would commit suicide. He is so famous. I will defeat him, but I will protect his dignity. So the Keshav Kashmiri humiliated Lord Chaitanya protected his dignity and very nicely, found faults with him without hurting his ego. Same thing with Prakashana Saraswati also. In Prakashana Saraswati, the crownless king in Kasi with 60,000 disciples, Mayavadi leader. And they would call him, he belongs to our Sampradaya, Bharati Sampradaya. Why he is going like a sentimentalist? He is aggregating people with him and he is making them chant Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Lord Chaitanya was hearing his criticism. Lord Chaitanya ignored it. Finally, when that Maharashtra Brahmin and Chandrasekhar Acharya and Tapanishra, when they said, my Lord, we are unable to bear this criticism, it's all right. So, in order to win their heart, Lord Chaitanya, what he did, where everyone would wash their hands, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came and sat down there. Supreme Personality of Godhead. And he said, I don't deserve, you are all very exalted people and I am most, I am very lowly, that's why I am sitting here. No. Supreme Personality of Godhead, one of the qualities is beauty. It triggered, invoked Brahman effulgence. Prakashana Saraswati stretched his hand and please come inside. You are one amongst us. That thing of little service gave him the qualification to become the recipient of the message of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Amazing. So he did apply anything. Ramchandra Puri started criticizing Lord Chaitanya. Lord Chaitanya heard again and again. People came and said, my Lord is criticizing you. Lord Chaitanya ignored because Ramchandra Puri is a God. Is God his spiritual master, sir? Godfather. And one day Ramchandra Puri directly criticized him. When he saw the ants going in his room, you are eating sweets. In India, ants go everywhere. And Lord Chaitanya said, he didn't say anything. And then Lord Chaitanya cut down his eating. It's like sannyas in 500 years ago. Lord Chaitanya expressed the same humility with the Bhattaharis. when they stole, Kalakrishna's, please, you cannot do this. This is my assistant. Give me back. They said, no, you have to be part of us. The weapons, the way the sons of Maharaj Sagar, when they went to see, what's his name, Kapila Muni's, when they went to Kapila Muni ashram, Indra, he stole this horse and he parked this horse right before Kapila Muni ashram. They thought Kapila Muni stole. So because of this offense, some people say Kapila Muni looked at them. Kapila Muni didn't look at them, did not look at all. Kapila Muni was in deep meditation. Because his offensive attitude, the fire element in their body burned them. So likewise, because of that offensive attitude, the Bhattaris came to kill Lord Chaitanya. The weapons acted against them. As they were trying to push like this, the weapons started going back in the reverse direction and started cutting their limbs. And they couldn't believe what's happening. The limbs, the weapons with which they want to kill Lord Chaitanya, the weapons were killing them. And there was a chaos. In that chaos, Lord Chaitanya brought Kalakrishna's out. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu exhibited this humility, unparalleled humility. And exhibits Sarvam Bhattacharya. Sarvam Bhattacharya said, from today onwards, luckily I am there, that's why you are saved. Now anytime, next time you go and see Lord Chaitanya, Jagannath Swami, don't be alone. Lord Chaitanya said, thank you very much for saving me. In fact, it's my good fortune. I came to meet you. That's my goal in coming to Jagannath Puri. But I never thought that, you would pick me up. It's the way Lord Ram would always say, I am Dasharatha Nandan. That's it. Likewise, Lord Chaitanya would always say, in the Purvashram, he would say, I am now Pandit, son of Mother Sachi. And later, I am a sannyasi. That's it. That's how he would, that was his address to others. So, we need to try this. Actually, recently, finally I concluded, how do I apply this? Reduce your kshetra. Rather than, actually, Vaisesha Prabhu says this, I don't want to be a big devotee, I want to be a sincere devotee. You want to be a big devotee means your consciousness is external. You want to show others you are a big devotee. Sometimes somebody said this, in the airports, people speak about their businesses, but they want others to hear. And similarly in university, a boy and girl, they embrace each other, they want others to see them. How much love they have for the boyfriend and girl. But a few years later, you don't see them together anyway. It gets external. Serious. Because internal means nobody does that anyway. So, so reduce your kshetra. With a few people, say I am your servant. That's it. It's difficult though, no doubt. When sannyasi came, it's a very instructive. With that time, that year he became GPC also. I was scheduling kirtans. I was in Yugal on that. So the last day of the festival, somehow I hesitated to ask him. So I picked up a devotee and I went, Prabhu, can you sing? He led. Then when Prabhupada Israel came to this person, sannyasi, and said, Maharaj, today's festival we thought you would sing. Maharaj said, nobody asked me. I heard it. I said, wow, you have GVC, you could have picked up the mic and you could have sung. And later I understood. If they want me to sing, it means Krishna wants me to sing. If they are not asking me to sing, means Krishna is not asking me to sing. What a simple way of making your life simple. Amana, if you agree. You develop a desire, I want to sing, then the person who is singing, you will consider him as an enemy. Or you try to find fault with him. Instead, actually, purposefully I brought this out so that somebody would apply this. And it will make your life easy. How much I agree? Simplest way. If you come to temple with a view to sing, and you are not asked, your heart pains. You know? Then you come to temple without any expectation. Yeah? I need some water.
Water.
So, then, actually this conveyed a lot of messages. But I have a problem. So the next one I have problem to apply. But finally this is what I'm because time is running out for me, let me tell you. For everyone. If to the extent we can apply this, that much extent you can apply Nadanam Najanam Sundari. Lord Chaitanya was like a powerful Nimaya Pandit. No Bhattacharyas and Mishras, nobody would ever dare enough to come close to Lord Chaitanya, a small boy. One day Raghunath Shiromani, his friend came, they were on boat, they were going, Nimai, I want you to read this book, I wrote a book on Nyaya, and I want you to offer comments on this. And Lord Chaitanya, as Nimai Pandit, said, I also wrote a book like this, already wrote a book on this. And then Raghunath Shiromani said, who in the world would read my book? When the famous scholar, Nimai Pandit wrote a book on Nyaya, who would read? I have wasted my life. If only I knew you had written, I would not have done this. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in his humility said, don't worry. World will read only your book. He took the book and he threw in Ganga. In next second. I think it is his arrangement, he brought the book also with him that day. He just threw it. And he said, Lord Chaitanya is Krishna. He's playing the role of a scholar. Raghunath Shiromani became very famous. Raghunath Shiromani became very famous as an author of Nyaya. You know? Then Lord Chaitanya later, of course, he exhibited his divinity and it's following the same lines, not a deviation but in spirit now. At a very young age, Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur was offered the chair position, chairperson of Jyotish department, palmistry, astrology. Gaur Kishore Das Bhajmana said that's all useless. Bhakti has only value, rest all useless. Don't take it. He never took it. So, Dhanam Nachanam Vasudhara. Took sannyas, no dhanam, no followers, always where is Krishna, where is Krishna, where is the room to see, what is there. But I can tell you one example, just to say he doesn't even follow. At least you need a person, assistant to carry your clothes. And Lord Chaitanya would chant with one finger, with the two fingers. We chant his rounds, means 3, 3, 3, 15, 15, 15, So That's how he would count his rounds. Nityananda Prabhu said, my Lord, you need a persistent who can carry your clothes and can attend on your needs. So Lord Chaitanya wanted to go from Navadvip to Jagannath Puri. Who were following Lord Chaitanya? Nityananda Prabhu, Mukunda, another Pandit, and they were following. Lord Chaitanya said, you guys, are you bringing any money with you? My Lord, we know we are coming with you, we are not bringing any money. Very good. We have to depend on Krishna. If Krishna wants us to have food, we'll have it. If Krishna doesn't want us to have food, then we'll fast. Some of us felt that we are not part of that. That's why Lord Chaitanya knew whom to send when, So, Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj, I think Jagannath Das Maharaj, I think Gaur Kishore. Festival tomorrow, Harinam, Harinam mein Anand lenge hum. We relish Harinam. Everyone thought Babaji Maharaj Nityasiddha devotee. 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11, 12, 1. Babaji Maharaj Prasad, Harinam. Okay, another 15 minutes. Babaji Maharaj Prasad, Prayojan. What is the Prayojan of attending this program? Harinam only. Evening, Harinam only. Harinam Matta Hoya, that song is there. I really do not know that somebody else came next festival. Same thing with Jagannath was going on also. One day, second day, one day, Arjun Gopal closed the entrance. 3 days. Babaji Maharaj Prasad. Krishna, if Krishna's grace is there, it will come. If not, that's okay. They had that much faith. They followed Lord Chaitanya's footsteps. Anyway, Lord Chaitanya said, are you bringing anything? No, my Lord, we are not doing anything. Do you think only we have tests? They had also. There were tolls. One road to another road to another road to another road. I mean, one toll to another. As soon as you cross another kingdom, one kingdom, you go to next kingdom, take toll. Lord Chaitanya is always like this. Hey Krishna Karuna Sindho Deenabandho Jagatpad. In that he went straight. Toll guy. Chaitanya was going, suddenly one rod was there. But Lord Chaitanya, hey Krishna Karuna. Lord Chaitanya did not know there is day or night. Why this rod is standing here, he did not know. That day understood. And maybe 4 or 5 feet difference, this whole Nityananda Prabhu was there. They were all there behind only. Then Lord Chaitanya, tears were pouring from his eyes. They said, immediately that toll guy saw Lord Chaitanya and his presence invoked. That type of feeling in his heart, reverential feeling in his heart. Do you have trees you can go? He opened. As Lord Chaitanya, he didn't say thank you, that's a Krishna. Then he asked one question. Do you have anybody with you? They are behind only. Lord Chaitanya said, I am alone in this Lord Chaitanya, I come alone, I go alone. In that supreme renunciation, Lord Chaitanya said, I am alone. And he said, go. And immediately he left. And after 4 seconds, Nityananda Prabhu, Mukunda, they all came. And they said, pay the toll. And there's no money. Then Lord Chaitanya, he went forward. Lord Chaitanya realized. And so Lord Chaitanya is Lord Chaitanya, he cannot change. For 1 minute, let me stop and go back. And Lord Chaitanya sat down and started crying. Crying there continuously. Then this toll guy said, pay the money. This is Balramji is holding this entire thing. Standing, there is no money for the toll. Amazing, right? Let me say. That person we are following him. We are assisting him. He needs support all the time. Then we said, he was convinced these guys are following that person. He opened and said, you can also go. Thank God. Then they came and something inspired him. Paramatma, so he came and he offered posture obeisance to Lord Chaitanya. Lord Chaitanya crying and he turned like this. That said, that 1 second, he got the love of God.
Viva!
So the point is, Lord Chaitanya exhibited this quality, na dhanam, na janam, So in Gambhira, nobody should enter even. Opposite sex, they should offer obeisances in the front room and go like that. One day, one lady was singing so sweetly. Either Hare Krishna Mandir or Geet Govinda, I don't remember now. That was not mentioned. Lord Chaitanya, as soon as he heard, started running. That ecstatic love. I should embrace that person. Govinda saw that. And he started running. This is Lord Chaitanya running. And Govinda fast and grabbed, my Lord, that is a woman. The moment the word woman entered in his heart, Lord Chaitanya came to extreme consciousness. This happened just before Lord Chaitanya reached that woman. The moment he stopped, he said, Govinda, thank you very much, sir, for saving me. Because he came to one certain example, one he came to relation Adabha, two he came to inaugurate Sankirtan. Excuse me. But at the same time he established higher and higher principles. To the extent you follow, I have only one question for all of you. Lord Ramchandra is Kshatriya, Krishna also Kshatriya. But Nandamana's son is Vaishya also, but his Vasudeva's son Kshatriya. Why? We'll see that actually. So why he was Brahmana? Any incarnations, they're all Kshatriyas actually. Why? To establish Dharma, you should be the king, you should come as a king. But Lord Chaitanya, Jaya Jaya Sarvalokanath Gaurachandra, Jaya Vipraveda Dharma Nyasi Nyasera Mahindra. So, Sarvalokanath Gaurachandra, you are Jagannath, you are the Lord of all the locusts. Vipra Veda Dharma Nyasera Mahindra. Why he has come as Vipra? Vipra Mahindra. What is Vipra Mahindra? In Varnashram Dharma, the topmost is Brahmana. Who is the topmost? Spiritual master, Brahmana. Janma Jayate Sutra, Samskarat Bhavedija, Vedapadat Bhaveditra, Vipra, Brahma Janati. Brahmana. So, by birth everyone is Shudra. When you get Brahmana from Guru, you will become a Brahmana. You will become Janmana Jayate Sudra, Dvija, Samskara, you will become Dvija Brahmana. So you will become Dvija. Then you get the qualification to read Shastra. When you start reading Shastra, then you become Vipra. Why Lord Chaitanya is called Vipra Mahindra? Shastras also so much, so many things are there. Vastu is there, Vastu Shastra is there. Jyotish Shastra is there, Dhanurveda is there, there's so many. But he wanted, so all the Shastras are called Indras, the topmost. The Bhakti is the supreme. So Vipra, who would speak about the glory of Bhakti, who would infuse the hearts with Bhakti, leading to Prema, that's why it's called Vipra Mahindra. Is it? Vipra Mahindra, he came in the form of Brahmana. Now I want to add, why Lord Chaitanya came as Brahmana when Krishna and Ram and are all Kshatriyas? In Kali Yuga, who will rule the, tell me who is ruling the world today? Kshatriyas. Actually, there's a lecture by Bhakti Swami. There are not no Kshatriyas, Bhakti Swami says. There are no Kshatriyas. Today world is ruled by Vaishyas. Some places Shudra. Eventually Shudra, of course. So, if you behave like a Brahmanical, if you have Brahmanical qualifications, Samadhamasta Pakshantirarjamya Jnana Vijnana Mastikyam Brahma Karma Sumam. Sama, peaceful, Dhamma, sense control, Kappa, Tapasya, Kshanti, tolerance, Arjam, honesty, Jnanam, studying Shastra and acquiring theoretical knowledge. Vijnanam, by Tapasya you will translate that theoretical knowledge into realized knowledge. You possess these qualities to the extent you become Brahmanical, that much extent you will lead a peaceful life. I am honest with you. To the extent you uphold the Brahmanical qualifications, that much extent you lead your life peacefully in the stormy Kali Yuga. For that one reason, Lord Chaitanya came as Vipra Mahindra. Hare Krishna. Okay, as a he will come as Kshatriya and establish, but who will follow? 19% of Shudras only. And they go behind Vaishyas who have money. What rules the world? Money. So, Veda Mahindra. What is Veda Mahindra? The four Vedas. Four Vedas, but even the four Vedas are there. Karma Kanda, Jnana Kanda, Upasana Kanda. And Upasana Kanda portion is Bhakti. So there are all four Vedas are they're topmost. That's why they are interest. But the Bhakti portion, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to delegate, impart. That's why it's called Veda Mahindra. And Dharma, Dharmartha Kama Moksha. Chatur four Purusharthas. But Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, if you consider Dharma, Indra, Purusharthas, Pancham Purushartha is Bhakti leading to Prema. Because he is going to distribute that Prema freely. Diyam Sada Parayogna Vishnudoham Tirthaspadam Sevarich Nutam Saranyam. So this is what Brahma and Shiva are looking for. He came freely to distribute that Prema. He is called a Dharma Mahindra. And last one is a Nyasi Mahindra. Karma Yogi, Jnana Yogi, Ashtanga Yogi, Bhakti Yogi. They are all Indras. Because they are yogis. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is a Bhakti Yogi. All the rest are all embedded in Bhakta, in the Bhakti Shastras, in a Bhakti Yogi. That's why it's called a Nyasi Mahindra. That too is like not Jnana Yoga Sannyasi, he is a Bhakti Yoga Sannyasi. So, what is that? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, these four things. One, his life itself is an example. Second thing, he gave us a process. Third thing, Gaurangara, Sangigana, Nityasiddha Kurimanya. All his associates are eternally liberated souls. What if you see their qualities, Ramananda Roy. What is the quality Ramananda Roy exhibited? Sense control. What is the quality he exhibited? Sense control. Because I think Damarpan went, I want to learn. Lord Chaitanya said, you go and learn from him. And what is that Ramananda is doing that time? He was actually decorating Devadasis. It is said, if you put a knife on the heart of Ramananda Roy, that knife cannot cut his heart. That time his heart is like a rock. In his spiritual position, his Ramananda is what? Vishaka state. So that is his duty. So Lord Chaitanya said, Ramananda can do that, I cannot do that. This is height. Why they are exhibiting that type of, these characters are exhibiting such high state of consciousness? Means this process, to what extent you want to fly, that much extent it will take you. How many of you are listening? This is what I understood. To the extent you keep on flying, it will take you further. Hey, you say, no, I don't have. Here I have this weakness. Then you stay there some time. You overcome, here you go. To what extent you want to fly? This, ladies and gentlemen, Gaudiya Vaishnava Siddhanta, it will allow you to fly. There is no end to this. I said, oh, wow. Amazing. Jai Gauraya Premanande. You can keep on flying. There is no end to this. In between you become proud, you stay there only. But you have to keep on flying. And you'll relish. So sense control through Ramananda Roy, humility through Sanatana Goswami, and Damodar point simplicity, and Haridas Thakur, patience in the power of holy name. So, can we, Vasudeva Datta, can we hear another personality equal to Vasudeva Datta? No? Of course, Quraysh sacrifice and Shri Sampradaya is definitely exemplary. But Vasudeva Datta asked for the deliverance of every living entity in the universe. Hare Krishna. What is the status of Vasudeva Datta? Lord Chaitanya came to relish Radha Bhav. And suddenly Lord Chaitanya goes to Shivananda Sen and says, Shivananda Sen, Lord, he is spending his money as though there is no tomorrow. If you really ask me, become his secretary, treasurer, and take care of his finances. This devotee's person is putting Lord Chaitanya in anxiety. For a minute, Lord Chaitanya is forgetting his Radha Bhav, came out of the material platform. Hey, this guy is spending so much money as though he doesn't have tomorrow. It's exactly like Lord Chaitanya goes forward and comes back. The toll. Lord Chaitanya didn't do for them, but he did this for her. Vasudeva Datta means, what is Vasudeva Datta's state of consciousness? Hare Krishna. Amazing, right? How many of you agree? Lord Chaitanya is appreciating Ramananda Roy for his sense control. What is Ramananda Roy's qualification? So Lord Chaitanya takes pleasure in glorifying his devotees. What is Pallava Sridhara Suklam Brahmachari? Raghunath Goswami's renunciation. On the other side, there are Dhruv and Sanat and Raghunath Goswami, they are billionaires, at least Raghunath Goswami. And Robinson are extremely aristocratic, they are from aristocratic families. So the point is, we have a process, we have an example. And that being said, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is an emblem of Audarya, magnanimity that is exhibited by Srila Prabhupada. This Bhattacharya, he was one of the priests in Krishna Balaram temple opening ceremony. He was one of the priests doing the fire sacrifice. And Srila Prabhupada told his disciples to install his murtis in 1976. Prabhupada was already 6 76 actually. And this person flew from Bangalore to Mumbai just to caution Prabhupada, please don't do that. But finally he got entry into Srila Prabhupada's room and said, Swamiji, why are you doing this? You want your murtis to be installed in every temple of yours. Don't you know, anybody touches your feet, you will get karma. Already you are suffering so much, past 1 year and not eating. Eating is very frugal. Prabhupada said, that's what I came to this world for. Anybody touches my feet, I'll take their karma, I'll suffer, let them enjoy. This Bhattacharya is from Sri Sampradaya. When he heard, that's what I came to this world for. So he went around Srila Prabhupada 3 times. Wow. I never saw that type of personality in my life. So the point is, that being said, I'll take only 5 minutes. I moved out and I called Kishore Maharaj at Mother Malti. I was still in Vrindavan, so I already moved out. Once in a while I would go. I moved out. I moved out to 13th January. So we were living in 10 Mile Road. We don't even have any deities. So I picked Detroit temple pictures. Radha, Kunjayahari, Gaurnita and Jagannath Wells were my pictures we put. I felt like we should have deities. We were already going through some troubles. So Maharaj, can I come and stay in your place? He said, no, it's already full. You cannot come. You're late. This is already full. Okay. Then I called one brahmachari and he arranged my stay. So I would do parikrama every day, Govardhan parikrama. One day I stopped at, I was doing parikrama and it's on the left hand side is ISKCON Govardhan Ashram. I went inside just stopped my obeisances. Kishore Maharaj said, Yugal Kishore, where are you now? Maharaj, you said right, there is no place, that's why I am staying near Radhapan. No, place is there, please come. Maharaj paid him money, for 1 month. 1 month at least, whatever, I don't remember. I checked Maharaj, no, I know, place is there for you, please come. So I asked them, they said, don't worry, and they returned the money. We had just stayed up to 3 days, that's it. I shifted 1 day later, I was looking, Vaisesha Prabhu wanted to buy this deities. This Prabhu came and I was looking like this. He brought 2 deities. Vaisesha Prabhu said, I asked only 1. Why you brought 2? Then I was tempted. I went down and said, Prabhuji, if it is 2, you cannot take, I will take that. You have any problem? Vaisesha Prabhu said, no, take it. The bigger one is mine, smaller one is yours. So I asked him how much is it. He told the price. I felt the price was expensive. But somehow I took it. I want to tell the story. I came to Yatra. I always wanted Nitai Gaurahari. Nitai Gaurahari Premananda, Nitai Gaurahari Premananda. I wanted their name to be Nitai Gaurahari. But I felt, I am very fallen, so there should be Nitai Patita Pavan Gaurahari. But Nitai Patita Pavan Gaurahari will be too long. I think I am happy with Nitai Gaurahari. But Nitai Patita Pavan Gaurahari is very good. But I have this problem throughout my life, always too. So I gave it to this deities to servant of Nizalas Radha Swami and said, get the names for them. He said, I'll get. Finally, it came one day. Next day morning, I had to leave. I said, Prabhu, where is the name? No, it's busy. You only come. Finally, I went. And I put the deities up on the table. Maharaj came from the class. Maharaj, I'm leaving tomorrow. Please, I want name. And he offered obeisances. They are this much distance. Like this. Affordable looked them and said, Nitaya Gaur Hari. But then he said, no. He looked like this. They went close. And said, no. Nitaya Patipavan Gaur Hari. Also they are telling, initially offered from distance, this much distance here. Then he said, no. He leaned and said, like this. Nitaya Patipavan Gaur Hari. I didn't tell him this God went through. So, always people ask, and I told them, anybody if you're a pujari for a while, trust me, they reciprocate very well. When I told them, if I tell these stories, it becomes cheap. So, one time, I don't know how many of you remember this Ganeshji drinking milk.
Yeah.
How many of you remember? Then this one time Chapati Brahmacharis, what they did, at the entrance there is a Murti, Ganesh Murti. So they brought a ladder and they were climbing and they brought a cup of milk. And he said, what's happening? Maharaj, Ganesh is drinking milk. That's why we are testing. He said, Radha Gopinath eats breakfast, lunch and dinner every day. No, why you don't have faith? So, in our temple, why you don't go to Chowpatty temple or Mayapur or anywhere, Janivas Prabhu tells, in 2010 we went, my yatra, Mayapur yatra, I invited Janivas Prabhu that day. He came and he told 20 stories actually. Literally wrote all the 20 stories he told, Janivas Prabhu. And very interesting that book was stolen. That's another different point, but still there's many stories in my mind only. So the point is, ISKCON standards are very high. Our Radha Gopijan went there, they eat every day, breakfast, lunch and dinner. What are the Chappan Bhog they offer, they eat. So many. 2 years we were in Kunjivari temple. Kunjivari also, not just Radha Gopijan. You ask any pujari, if you ask Ekanta Prabhu can tell so many. So, but the only thing what happens is, if we tell them, then, okay. One day what he wants, he asked in Vrindavan. I looked at Prabhupada and Prabhupada smiled at me. Then my His Holiness Radha Krishna said, most of the time it is mental.
What's that?
Most of the time it is a mental.
Mental.
Yeah. Means, we try to look for some experience. Prabhupada, I have served you this many years, please reciprocate. You cannot force Krishna like that actually. One thing I can tell, they are very merciful. And Radharani, exceptional loves all of you. Any little service you are directly or indirectly doing. Directly means directly doing service on altar. Or the service you are doing in the temple. I have seen this again and again and again. Anytime actually, initially I used to correct very heavily. And then I saw she was very upset with me and then it happened many times. Finally I stopped. If you don't have problem, why should I have problem? Every time I corrected, she was upset actually. So finally I gave it up. So the thing is, they do reciprocate. Brahad Bhagavatamrita says, if you take care of the deities very well, everyone will feel they are very actively, they're very active and they reciprocate with you. Janatana Goswami gives an example. So the point is, rather than making it cheap, we should develop immense faith. Simple thing. They are there. They know each and every one of us. You are registered for the services you rendered. That's what I can. So, they are the ones who know who build the temple. Actually, one time Jayadru said we used to stay in that temple. Really sure. your God Nitai, they are building your temple, he said.
Wow.
He said that. Yeah. So we'll end it here and if I spoken with that, do excuse me as a Rambu servant. Srila Prabhupada is magnanimous and you're all amazing. Please continue doing what you're doing. We'll attain the perfection of life in their terms, not in our terms. Srila Prabhupada. Jai. Jai Pattan Gauri Bhagavan.
Jai.
The most merciful Dear Lordships in Jai Pattan Gauri Bhagavan. Jai. Jai Gauri Bhagavan.
Hari Hari.
Please take this card. Hare Krishna.
Yugal Kishore Prabhuji ki
Jai.